Alright, hello, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and EchoBots United. We are excited to be back in VRML Channel 1, and I am excited to see who is that. Daily Raichu Surfs actually came back. Well, congratulations! You just won yourself, I decided, VIP badge for the rest of the month. I'm sure that was probably underwhelming, but hopefully it's something. Here on the casting desk, glad to have you guys back. I'm Palidore, being joined by PAMWOW. That's right, we got a PAMWOW cast. How's it going, Pam?
Yeah, it's going great. Great to be back here. Great to see everybody tuning into the chat. And I don't know about you, but a VIP reward sounds quite nice. And I wouldn't mind one of those every now and then. But you know what? I'm glad for everybody stopping by in general. So yeah, how are you doing, Palidore?
Good. Yeah, I'm doing good. The very important person you are in my heart, and very important match we have about to start. Kinda messed that one up, but nonetheless, it's gonna be round one here. Thank you guys, Crazy Kit, Daily Raichu again joining back. The Prime. We got Slads. Well, I'm happy. So here we go, starting off this round.
Yep, and we've got Hydra heading up against Invictus here. Now Hydra starting off very strong, went for the backbod shot Doug Z did there. That bounce back is going to work to the way of Invictus now, so that's going to be Rummy trying to clear intercepted.
Back off the backboard here, and piling up a snag, but outside the reach now on the bubble. Another stun, another recovery. Cabbage Wrecker with the disc, and getting a little bit wrecked by the controller perhaps, as a second grab and clear will be successful.
Yep, and that clear is going to sail all the way down to that bubble there. The regrabs are on the way, and a great slap there. Definitely going to help out Hydra in a sense, especially with that pressure that was on the way from Invictus. But now that's going to be OSX grabbing it and clearing it through that right tunnel.
Yeah, operating on all systems as they fly down the floor, and snagging it here will be Hydra, it would seem. Hydra has a little bit of advantage on the defense, and they'll capitalize. There's the first two.
Yeah, great pass play there from OSX to Gob, who was waiting right behind the goals there underneath and just made their way up and found those 2 points. So great opening to this match here. Hydra taking away those first 2 points, and Invictus now with the just advantage.
And Mike Ward draws in there, cheering on the teams, and yeah, Caster Faces has hold on facing off on the defense. Oh, that took no time at all. 4 points, Pam, 4 points.
Yes, indeed. Those were some mighty clean regrabs there coming from Hydra. Now Invictus facing yet another just advantage here. A 4-point lead here for Team Hydra. And yes, an OCE game here for us today. The Prime. And yeah, let's go. Hydra coming in there from Millie. If I read that, probably Millsy, sorry. And yeah, we've got a lot of fans for both sides here in the chat. So yeah, we got quite a great game on our hands here, Palidore.
Yeah, I would expect so. And we still have another one coming on later tonight. What was it? Leviathan and Outlies, I believe, correct? And Goblinity up here to the top. Ducks will not drop. It's D-Foot. Oh, but losing the anchor. I think maybe a misgrab on the block. So this is just going to give it right back up to the side of Hydra. Hydra to Goblinity. And they score their 6. That's kind of a tough turnaround there.
Yeah, D-Foot was definitely going for that anchor clear there, just barely missing that block, I believe. So then the momentum just carrying him down, just kind of foiling that clear that D-Foot went for there. And that's just going to result in Hydra turning it around, Goblinity finding those points. And now a 6-point lead here for Team Hydra, entering the 7-minute and 30 zone.
And Raichu noticing D-Foot, and hold on, oh, right off the joust. What is going on? That is another shot for Hydra with no time off the clock at all.
It seems like we're not even able to just pan that camera away from Invictus's bubble here. I mean, Hydra just generating a lot of pressure here on the joust advantage of Invictus. So now let's just try it again. You know what they say, maybe 4th time's a charm. If the math checks out, I don't know. But let's see Agent Victoria now with the disc, the super sub, sending it through the midsection. And that's quite a good clear here.
And I want to point out as well, because I saw Agent Victoria in the chat the last couple days in a row, is hold on the foot with the disc, and back to Agent Victoria. There it is, right on cue. Gotta shout it out because I saw Agent Victoria, you know, said hi and hello, been a little while since I've seen you, and this and that, and Victoria said, you know, I'm not sure you'll see me or not, except in the Twitch chat, because I'm a sub right now, and this and that, and I said, no, I have a feeling, you know, we're gonna see you on stream, I hope to, and guess what, a couple days later, boom, we spoke it into existence. Glad to see.
Yep, I called the super sub, and Agent Victoria found the points there, so always great to see. And now the regrab's on the way to pressure OSX there, and that's gonna definitely They did delay the clear there for a few seconds, but it did manage to force its way through that left tunnel. However, Invictus definitely taking a hold of that, but it's just clear after clear, and that's just going to be a pass right back to Cabbage, and Cabbage went for, I believe, a long shot or perhaps a rebound, but Goblinity going to grab a hold of that disc and send it towards Slamish.
Yeah, and as it gets lost in the trap, a couple piling on, it will be Ducks getting a clear. Now trying to link up Ducks and Goblinity with the short-range boosts as Romeo, well, rummaging through its OSX now. And Vapor, from what I do recall, as that almost gets back into the goal. Last time I remember casting here and seeing Vapor, I was kind of stunned by the power behind those shots as Slamish makes it off that pass Goblin.
Yeah, and even taking a look in the chat here, Ben saying Victus having a bad day or something. More like I feel like Hydra just having a good day. I feel like those regrabs are just feeling a lot more cleaner, and they're definitely keeping up the momentum here with that pressure, and it can definitely do a lot to the opposing team. So now Invictus definitely have to take a look at perhaps changing something up to deal with these regrabs here. Maybe trying to set up a few more passes to kind of deal with it, maneuver around those regrabs coming from Hydra. But in any case, they definitely are doing well with those 2 points that they did find on the board. So now 5 minutes on the clock, still enough time to get back in this.
Oh yeah, for sure. You're a shot away from making this a plenty close game with that much time left on it. So Vapor. No, they're going for it, though. They want to just close this off as fast as they can. There's the foot again. Doing good work in the goal this time. Not losing it off the anchor, but will lose it off of the stun, the steal, the dub, and out it goes. Back to the wedge. That was unusual.
Yep, unusual, but that is the theme of OCE. It doesn't get better than that. Now OCSX with the disc, sending it right up to Duxy. A few awkward bounces, gonna make its way down to the floor and recovered there by Goblin. Goblin now does have some pressure from Agent Victoria, playing in the trench, has teammates making their way up around the bubbles, finds a short pass to OSX. OSX went for the cross in the mid side to Slamish, but the disc hovering a bit too far to the left and now attempting to recover it.
Yeah, see, Slamish was kind of at that shoulder, and they're eyeing that pass just like that from the backboard, so they'll recover and get it done nonetheless. There was some pretty nice defense from Invictus. I mean, they were pressuring pretty well inside the bubble, but as it often goes, what are you umming at?
I was also aiming at I was looking at either the replay or I was looking at at the same time I was looking at official flex.
Not you. I said something and I thought you caught what I said, but I wasn't sure if you. Never mind. Anyways, we're moving on. So gonna be taking one of those things. Anyways, why did I even point it out? What? Did I just have? Never mind. They have the disc back, Pam. Tell me what's happening here.
I'm telling you what's happening. That backboard shot nearly making its way in. That's what's happening. Barely dinging off the post there on the left side. What a close shot there, but Invictus recovering it now. And Cabbage Wrecker with the disc, sending it to the left shoulder. D-foot, the nice pass there to the nest, but Slamish is answering with that save.
Slamish mars that shot quite well, and it's back into the blue zone. Off the back, and we'll be taken back here in the mid lane, looking like a bounce towards that trap, towards the station. 2 in the midfield. Cabbage with the disc. Cabbage with maybe even a bounce shot attempt. We see those a lot in the clears. That's going to bounce several interesting ways before it's taken back by Goblinity.
Yep, Goblin with the disc finding that clear. And also wanted to point out in the chat, our shout out to Klex YouTube. So everyone check out Klex's YouTube there. And Crazy Kit redeeming the Hydrate and some Hydrate in the chat. Good pun pointed out there from Mike. I respect it. And now that's going to be Invictus holding the disc.
Yeah, that was the wet one, that pun. But over here to D-foot. Hopefully not a wet foot or a sweat T-foot. That would be, well, then that would be describing me. You didn't need to know that. Anyways, Cabbage Wrecker with a disc.
Yep, clearing it over to the left. The pressure from Hydra there. Doug Z doing very well to intercept that pass and clearing it through that right tunnel, making its way into the hands of OSX. OSX, either a shot at goal or a bounce to the shield. Either way works as OSX has the disc in the end. Maybe another pass to the right. Don't tell me off the backboard. Barely missing there. The stun. OSX trying to take it all the way here. Maneuvering that disc away back to Slamish. Slamish trying to find the cross to the left. Barely missing his teammate there off the left shoulder. But they're still able to collect this disc here.
And sending it out. What a flurry that was. It was so close a multitude of times. Might be here is Goblinity up top. And no! D-foot is absolutely nuts in that goal. That is amazing.
That was insane, and now Slamish not letting go of this pressure here, sending it over towards the Goblinity, under the goal, over, under, the pass to Duck Z, the last split second, and found those 2 points. What a play.
Yeah, and what a play. First, I'll replay that save for you guys before the shot as well. I mean, back-to-back, some nice ones coming in. Unfortunately, despite the fantastic defense we're seeing, and Invictus really forcing that out of the bubble a few times, it ends up always coming back like a magnet, perhaps, and just having trouble getting the offense going thus far, but that could always change here the next round.
Yeah, I mean, a great save is always a great save. Oh my goodness, just like that, Slamish. Don't get me started. What a save there from Slamish. A great save is always a great save, but unless you can find a clear that's going to work for you, you'll almost guarantee that the opposing team will always try to find that advantage on you. Dusty coming there from Rummy.
Oh, yeah, getting a little bold in there, but at the same time, they feel this win potentially impending for the side of Hydra. I mean, they're going to collect that back up, and you know, we'll just be up to the next minute, but we say this all the time, and I'm going to risk a bad caster's curse here in saying it's actually been the inverse. A lot of the things that we're saying have been coming true here today.
Yeah.
Not anymore after that, but yeah.
Yeah. But now 10 seconds on the clock, so Hydra looking to find the last few points here. Off the left shoulder, Goblinity might take it all the way, went for the shot, dinging right off, and that's going to be the final clear coming there from Agent Victoria. So Hydra taking away the first round, 14-2. Invictus definitely putting up a fight here and looking to change things up in the second round, but what a first round indeed.
That was fun, and even funner, more fun-is. Funocity is casting here, Palidore. Oh, your skinny's fired. I like that one though, actually. That's pretty nice. My train of thought is gone. I'm glad to be casting this one as the main point. So,
I ruined
round
it with
two.
the puns.
Oh no, you ruined nothing. What are your thoughts though going into round two here, Pam?
I mean, if it's anything like the first, I'm waiting to see a lot more of these monster saves. I mean, across the board, we've seen so many. Goblin and Slamish definitely putting in their fair share of saves, but as well as Team Invictus, like you mentioned, Palidore, like they do have a good setup for their defensive region. They have found so many great saves. Yeah, I mean, Defoot had a monster save as well, but it's just when Hydra is able to create that much pressure around the bubble and just shutting down any clears, you definitely have to be concerned about how exactly you're clearing that disc and how exactly you're going to utilize that defense that you've created, that great defense that Invictus have created, and make it work for them. Because if you're going to be able to find a clear that can work for you, I mean, always you can launch a counterattack, and that's how you can find a lot of points in this game. So yeah, with that said, hoping to see maybe a possible change up here with the outlet of the counterattack coming here from Invictus. But you know what? Always open for different changes. So yeah, excited to see a change here in the second round.
And that sip of the pep was for Crazy Kit. Thanks for that. And back into the match. It's going to be snagged by Goblinity. And round three is what we're hoping for. We saw that last time around an hour ago. Just the same as Raichu, who's fighting the sleep, staving it off perhaps, as Romeo gets the disc.
Yep, and Romeo went for the clear, Goblinity intercepting it and just nailing it down in that midsection, crossing it to Slamish. Slamish finding the backboard pass to OSX, and OSX pumping, faking, doing everything he can to sneak that disc inside the bottom of those goals there and opening up the second round.
Acorn! Oh, that word is the score to my existence. You know what? We'll turn it around. I'll make it real sweet because supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. You got a few doses of me here today, and that is hopefully that'll do. What's up, Acorn?
Yeah, the sound of that was nothing close to atrocious, Palidore. I really appreciate that one. And Duck Z now with the disc, trying to clear it. Romeo giving them a bit of a taste of their own medicine now, trying to lock it in the defensive region, and Defoot collecting it and just going to place it in there, answering back to Hydra in the opening second round.
Yeah, Defoot answering immediately. We saw Defoot with, again, how many saves was it in the first round here? Credited for 2, but I think there were at least 3. I felt like there were at least 3. But, you know, showing the offense and the defense, and, you know, we saw Defoot in the Twitch chat earlier as well today, and like I said, a lot of people stopping by. You were in the Twitch chat as well. Giving you some shout-outs. Who was it? Punda, I think, as well. But lots of people demanding, Pam, that you come cast these matches, so I'm glad we made it happen.
Yeah, I've experienced quite a few demands and possibly death threats, but we're not going to talk about that. Defoot now with the disc on the backside with a lot of players kind of conveying around D-Foot there, trying to pressure that pass, which Hydra have been doing throughout this entire game, but finding a pass through that right tunnel, and Romeo finding yet another Dusty here in the right tunnel, looking for a shot off the backboard, getting very close, digging right off.
Oh, so very close, and now stunning right off on Romeo there with Goblinity. So over to that wall, wrangled here by Vapor. Vapor avoiding that midfielder, and now midfield turning into stacks across it, overshooting, but lost it, got it back. Slamish gets slayed instead, and that's back to left lane on the pass.
Yeah, the regrabs were there from Invictus quite early, in fact, but unfortunately unable to get onto that disc just immediately, so allowing Hydra to pressure that possession and inevitably find the possession. So now Slamish getting met with the monster slap, monster save off the goals. Whatever it was, Goblinity still with the disc now.
There's no way to talk about your regional comrades here. Monster this, monster that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, a monster mash from Goblinity.
Yep, and also taking a look in the chat here. I mean, it is relatively past, I believe, 11 p.m. for everybody joining us from the Americas. So, with that said, yeah, really appreciate everybody for stopping by. And anyone wondering, in the Oceanic region, close to 5 p.m., 6 for others. But regardless, yeah, appreciate for everybody stopping by in the chat there.
Yeah, Pam and co, they're living in the future. I mean, they've got their heads ahead of the game, I guess. But glad to have you here. So tell me, what are the results since you are in the future, Pam?
I can't speak because it ruins the competitive spirit. But with that with that in mind, yeah, you definitely have to take a look at these two teams heading up against each other. I mean, compared to the first round, before the 5-minute mark, Hydra had a 10 to 2 point lead, but now only a 4 to 2. So you can definitely see how teams can improve throughout the rounds and adapt their plays. I mean, and just to keep up with the enemy team. So Invictus doing very well, holding that possession in the trench. Agent Victoria.
Yeah, Agent Victoria playing it patiently. Saw a Twitch chat saying there that this is Invictus's round, and you know, by all accounts on the stream side of things, I hope so, because I want to see that third one. Because I'm cruel and I'm unusual like that. I want these teams to work for it, and I want it to go to a full third. I want it to go to OTs if I have it my way.
Yeah, I mean, the mentality that I'll always have is, hey, if the other team can score this many points in this much time, then we can do the double in half the time. So with that,
math checks out.
With that, yeah, the math does check out. I mean, so if you just keep that mental strategy in mind, you'll always win your game, guaranteed. PAMWOW guaranteed. Don't quote me though. And a clear there through the left tunnel.
Money back guarantee? Like, what if you're wrong?
I'll give you some channel points. Is 5 enough? Do you reckon 5 can compensate? I think that's enough.
I feel like that's bribery, and that's yet another firing for Skinny wherever he is. But nonetheless, it's Ducks. Oh, we're having it stolen though here by Cabbage Wrecker. But there is a way deep back fielder. Maybe not. Never mind. Whoops.
I think he went for that dab motion there, and he kind of cancelled out the headset energy. I'm not sure what happened, but we're gonna have a pause here.
Got vaporized, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well, gives us more time for the echo over time, Palidore.
Oh yes. Well, it's been a while, I guess. So with that pause, however brief it is, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to. I probably shouldn't. I won't activate it. To Echo Overtime. You know, I feel like I didn't come up quite well enough, but my voice is already hoarse, so you know, I'm working with what I got.
It's a solid 9. No, not the 10's not there because there was no
overtime.
Okay, there it is. Okay, there's the 10. Yep, got it there. Well, got it in the end.
Yeah, time is now, Pam.
See you guys. Just yep, the time is now. Have enough Dr. Pepper, everybody, and you can sound as deep and cool as Palidore.
Money back guarantee?
5 channel points guarantee.
Skinny's fired. You did this, Pam. But you lost him his job 3 times tonight already. You know,
anyway, in the chat here, just taking a look. If Skinny has any complaints, he can file a ticket for it, for all means sake. Anyway, yeah, just wanted to quickly say again. I mean, compared to the first round, it feels like I've mentioned this in other games as well. You never know what's going to happen in each round of Echo. I feel like, at least that's from my perspective, you can't tell which team is just going to end up on top and which player is going to, as Hydra, unfortunately, as soon as their pause ends, drop OSX yet again.
Oh, that is extra tough on top of tough. But for Invictus, they're gonna try and capitalize by getting stunned right in the middle of the eyes to a much surprise. It was Goblinity. I'm hoping they get back here because even though I want to see the third round, even more so than anything, Pam, I want to see both these teams at full force doing their thing, because so far their thing has been amazing. It's been fun.
Yeah, absolutely correct. And Hydra, although a man down, still maintaining this pressure here, looking for an aggressive play, getting intercepted there by Agent resetting it to Cabbage, and Cabbage, nice passing here coming from Invictus, crossing it over to D-Foot, going for that clear through the right tunnel, trying to avoid that member of Hydra, and forcing that disc through the midsection.
And will be another clear off that pile up, taken with a little time, not a lot, but Romeo way down into that bubble. And again, there is a player hanging back in the goal. OSX still yet to return as Goblinity, Romeo trying to stun each other out. Agent Victoria the disc, Agent Victoria the tap, but it's not gonna be had, but maybe the rebound shall.
All three members in the goals there, trying to disrupt any shots making its way close to the goals there, and trying to pressure any nest shot, and Slamish just destroying, decimating any shot on goals there. Brilliant save there from Slamish.
Yeah, for Slamish to Invictus saying, I'm gonna evict you. It'd be Romeo. Another attempt at this. It's locked up at 4 apiece, so I gotta say, Hydra, they're holding on pretty strong despite the numbers disadvantage. I mean, they even get it all the way into the blue zone, so this is a really strong showing for them. Invictus, even though, again, the situation is tough for them, they want to capitalize, and they should with this numbers advantage, just have not been able to yet.
Yeah, I mean, Hydra doing very well, especially with that steal there coming from Slamish. Slamish trying to send it in, dinging off the left side of the post there, barely missing, but that lead definitely would have helped there. Invictus now with the possession. And just want to point out, if anybody is joining us just now, Hydra have taken away the first. Invictus definitely giving a fight here in the second as Goblinity goes for the clear through the left tunnel.
Yeah, and that's gonna bounce every which way, still holding strong. I see OSX in the Twitch chat. That's inconvenient. Hopefully you get back in. I mean, like I said, we want to see a full 4, and well, actually, we do get a 4th, and it's a Largo Dragon stepping in. So with less than 2 minutes, it's tied. 1 round going to Hydra, so round 3 is dependent on how Invictus performs here in the final crunch time of this round.
Yep, and with 1 minute 48 on the clock, Hydra and Invictus all tied up here. This shot on goal, just getting saved there, and it's... Oh my goodness, what a save to react in that situation, but Largo collecting it and nailing it in.
Wow, so I have no idea how warmed up or not warmed up Largo is, but stepping in the clutch with an immediate goal after, what, 3 minutes of action there without a score. That is immense. Hydra, they're in the lead by a narrow 2.
Yep, still 1 minute 15 on the clock here, so all... the chance here for Invictus to quickly tie up or even take the lead here, passing it over to D-Foot, barely missing the teammate there, but they're still making their way inside the bubble, resetting it over towards D-Foot here, and Largo Dragon attempting to pressure D-Foot here. D-Foot doing very well to avoid it, sending it over to the left shoulder. Cabbage is stunned, and that's going to result in Slamish now with the disc, clearing it through that left tunnel.
That is a big clear, even bigger yet if they can score a little overshoot, but there's the second boost coming in to save the day. Sending it over to that backboard, opting for a pass, might have had an angle, but then it was lost rather quickly, so kind of had to eject it to the nest. And with that, this could be an opportunity to tie or take a lead if they boost fast enough, but no boost coming, a lot of brawls stalling things.
Yeah, they're all attempting to disrupt each other's boosts here, but this steal from Victoria might just be something, making the way all the way from the left shoulder, attempting to find a shot, but getting stunned out in the end. 20 seconds left on the clock. D-Foot now with the disc, clearing it towards the right, barely missing the teammate there. All members of Hydra attempting to converge into their bubble, trying to defend any shot. 12 seconds left on the clock. They'll have to make any shot here, Invictus.
All right, Cabbage Record gets rid of it. No, instead getting stunned. So rid of it out there, and it's gonna be in a roundabout way down to the wire. Well, in a 2-round sweep. Almost round 3, but it was Hydra, and credit Largo Dragon stepping in again last minute. That ended up being the game winner from Largo Dragon.
Yeah, there are so many thoughts, but no words in my mouth right now. I mean, just when you compare these 2 rounds here that we've just seen, I mean, Invictus just doing so well within this second to kind of put up with Hydra's pressure and retaliate in a lot of these situations, finding so many points, and Hydra barely managing that lead there and finding it in the end. So huge props to Hydra, and also huge props to OSX, who unfortunately dropped out later half of that game, but definitely did put in a lot of work there, as you can even see from the stats.
Yeah.
I mean, from the time that OSX was there, 26 stuns. So I wouldn't call that person a pacifist.
Nope. That's all I gotta say to that. A quick reference too. Mike Word draws there. You can see who you voted for by with that little tag. You see when you vote, you have like you voted for whoever blue was, which was to say Hydra. So congrats, you won and you didn't even know it. But yeah, those badges will tell you who. Shout out to Burno in there, as well as Mills, and as well again Oashisu with OSX. Did I say it right? I think I said it right. It sounded nice. Rick. That was a tricky one to say, that last name. But that said, yeah, we'll give you your channel points here. And I do believe, yeah, we have a next match, but not for like half an hour, correct? So,
yep.
Cool. Not in a rush then.
No rush here, indeed. And yeah, I mean, if I want to like bring back the spotlight to anything here, I mean, the saves that came from this game, indeed, from a lot of the players. It's hard to specify one specific player, but I mean, D-Foot earlier, I can remember, had a monster save when it feels like there were 3 members. Yeah, there were a few of them. Yeah, as I said, a few came from quite a few players there, but D-Foot, I can just recall there were approximately around 3 or 4 members in that goal there. It was hard to make out anything. I feel like that's one of the most distressing things to be in that position when you're a goalkeeper, when you have all the players just moving around you in the same vicinity of those goals there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that said, D-Foot definitely coming out on top with a monster save in that situation. But yeah, regardless, a great game overall. Hydra doing very well, and I'm doing very well, seeing everybody in the chat and seeing Palidore stopping by as well here for the cast and for the future cast, hopefully, in 30 minutes here.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate everybody stopping by.
Oh, for sure. Quick sleep check. Raichu, are you awake? Did you fall asleep? I won't blame you if so. You still get to keep your VIP. But yeah, we have another match, as chat points out. They're actually asking about Outlaws versus Leviathan. So, any early predictions on that, Pam, or shall we just leave it obscure?
Oh, look, Outlaws Leviathan, it's pretty much, I want to say, the Clash of the Titans. Yeah, I feel like it's entirely impossible to predict sometimes these teams here coming in Oceanic region.
Right.
Even when I said you can't predict the rounds in Echo, more or less you cannot predict the teams who are going to be winning these games here, especially Outlaws and Leviathan. They've had 2 previous games here, win-loss for both teams here. So, I mean, yeah, in the end of the day, it's your channel points, folks. I'm not going to influence any gambling there, but gamble responsibly.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the precious channel points, redeeming for casts. I think this week we've had maybe somewhere in the area of 5, 6, something like that, redeemed casts that we've been able to do. So, yeah, I mean, you get 15k of those, which, again, in theory, if you tune into the streams on channel 1, even just kind of passively and watching maybe in the background while you're doing other things and working. I know a lot of people like to do that and just kind of listen more so than watch. But either way, if you stay tuned, 15,000 points is roughly, I believe, doable in like a week or so. I mean, it's you would have to be tuning into pretty much all streams. But like I said, you know, doesn't require you to interact or otherwise donate, or you can't buy channel points either, right? So you just come in, you support the streams, you're present for them, which means you're supporting the teams, you're supporting VRML, and by supporting VRML and supporting the teams, you get the support back. You get some guaranteed casts, or at least mostly guaranteed, which is to say, we'll try our very, very best to cast your match. If we don't, we'll refund the points. But, you know, basically, if you redeem it, we'll try to get one of your matches upcoming within the next week casted, and so far, so good. We've streamed all the requested games, so yeah.
Question is, if I redeem the cast my match here, do you cast my cast of my match, or how does that work out?
I already knew you were living in the future, but now you got me well into the past, because I can't think ahead of whatever you just said. My mind is blown.
All right, it's okay. It's all right, guys. Everyone in the OC region, we know we're a few hours up on them, so we'll be all right. As long as you guys understand me, I'm fine. But if you don't, then I'm gonna go cry.
What did you just say? I didn't understand. Mic words. There you go. See, background noise for work, and including now, not admittedly not working. Working hard. Well, that's okay. I won't tell. See, for me, this is both kind of work and play in a sense, right? I mean, really, when you love what you do and you love casting games, I always say it, like for PAMWOW and I, right, and for all other casters, it's kind of nice because we basically just get to be big fanboys for these casts. That's all. That's what we are. We're fanboys.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Some of the thing that you need to consider as well here is just it feels like 30 minutes just goes by like that, like every match that you cast over, and that's just like you said, when you enjoy something that you're doing, it's definitely going to go by quick, and it's going to feel like you're definitely not working in a sense. I'm enjoying every single one of these casts, and I'm having a blast doing it with Palidore, doing it with anybody, and casting it with seeing everybody in the chat as well stopping by. So OSX also wants me to buy him a quest too. And on that note, I'm going to redeem myself a hydrate while Palidore can drain out this dead air while I try to ignore that.
I'll attempt to. Well, Mike, we're there. Ben actually saying, okay, 15. And on the note, see, Ben, one of the redeemers here and frequent Twitch viewers as well. Glad to have Ben, but 15k points, you need some lucky bets to get in a week. This is without bets. So from what I recall, you get about, I think it was 220 or 240 points per hour on average. I believe. Don't quote me, but I believe it's about 220 to 240. If you're subscribed to the channel, you get roughly double per hour of viewing. And with how much we stream each week, like for instance, in the first 4 weeks, at the end of week 4, we hit 100 hours of streams on only channel 1. Now there's another 150 with channel 2 and 3. But so on channel 1, in the first 4 weeks, we did about 100 hours of streams. So yeah, you factor that out, 15k. I mean, I guess maybe the math does or doesn't check out, but I think like a week, maybe 2 weeks, depending, of straight up viewing, even without bets, you can still earn some cash, certainly. I think. And
also, take a look in the chat here. Superfly45 calling us awesome. No, you're super. And also in the chat here, also wanted to mention I actually have to scroll up here because dang people talking in the chat. Stop talking. I'm joking. Keep talking, please. Don't leave me.
Old Jack Burton. Yeah.
Old Jack Burton's birthday actually today. So huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah, huge shout out to Old Jack Burton's birthday. Oh my gosh, I forgot to mention that one here today.
How old is Jack Burton? How old is old Jack Burton?
All we have to know is that he's old enough to be called Old Jack Burton, and we can continue to say the song regardless.
That's right. E-I-E-I-O, or happy birthday to you, whatever one.
Yeah, also in agreement here in the chat with Mike Ward draws. I admire your persistence, OSX. Yeah, OSX, for what it's worth, I know you're a bit frustrated with your headset there, but for what it's worth, you definitely performed very well in this game here.
Yeah.
When you played. So yeah, really great performance overall for your team as well. Also saw Agent Victoria there in the chat and many others. So yeah, huge props to Invictus as well. Yeah, overall great game in general.
Yeah.
And we've got Outlaws heading up against Leviathan in close, just under 30 minutes here. So yeah, hopefully stay tuned for that one because that's going to be a monster of a game.
There you go, calling people monsters again. What's wrong with you?
No, Leviathan monster. Okay.
Oh, God, I got you. True. Also, I wasn't actually serious about the age thing. Don't dox the guy, but happy birthday no less. Good games there, D-Foot stopping by again, and Agent Victoria. See, I said this in the cast, but remember just a couple days ago, we're like, maybe I won't be able to cast you. No, we made it happen. Well, you made it happen. I just sat here and watched, but glad to see you on the stream today. GG's. And Goblinity just as well. Silver Ridge, Acorn. Oh, answer your question. Don't hate me. I have not seen it yet. I swear to you, if I don't see that game, you can slap me upside the head whenever you see me at Echo Land Confirmed. What did I just say? Just kidding. Actually kidding. But you can slap me whenever you happen to see me in the future. I'm going to see it. I just have been more so in the live cast and watching the back casts, I guess, in a sense.
I'll fly over to see it. I mean, I'll pay good money to record that one and upload it. But, yeah, with with that said, also saw in the chat earlier, I believe it was Teddy. I think I saw Teddy in the chat. Yeah, wow, Pally rocking the VRML shirt, and yeah, couldn't agree more. Give us a bit of a flex there, Palidore.
I don't know about a flex.
Nice.
It's been a long time since I've hit the gym, but I'll show you it. That's about as much of a flex as I got. I mean,
Nice.
tore a muscle. Thanks for the call out, Pam. Now I'm all kinds of body conscious. Anyway,
my bad. See, this is why redeem hydrate is so important. You redeem the hydrate and you prevent muscle stretching from the casters.
I just pulled a muscle drinking that Dr. Pepper.
Okay.
Man, you got the worst recommendations, Pam. Nonetheless,
I'm sorry.
you better be. Okay, we're gonna part out here. We got about 20 minutes till the next match, so having some fun. Now, for you guys who do happen to return, well, we'll see you soon. By the way, Burno, thanks for the Prime. I forgot to call that out. Prime subscription 4 minutes ago. Appreciate that a lot. And Crazy Kit, I'll hydrate here on the sign out. So, until the top of the hour, 22 minutes, Leviathan versus Outlaws. I've been Palidore. That's been PAMWOW somewhere in the area in the future. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other. And I will see you again real soon. Cheers.
See you later, mates. Cheers.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.